Hello. Today I want to talk about sidechaining, and this is a feature which is useful if you want to create space when two or more instruments are crowding one space or are causing muddiness because they share a similar frequency spectrum. A good example is a kick and a bass, and vocals and guitar. Sidechain can also be used as a stylistic tool. It's mostly used by electronic musicians or producers, but it can also be used in all genres. It doesn't have to be used by electronic musicians only. So I'll give you an example of a kick and a bass. This is the kick and the bass. So if I pull up the EQ spectral analyzer of both, so this is the bass and this is the kick, and you'll see how they behave. If you look, you'll see that like the kick is peaking at 75, and that's where its main character is, or its main color is at 75, and that's where it peaks. And then when you look at the bass, it's around 50, 60 there, around 75 there, and another one around 100 there. So you'll find, even though the bass has broader spectrum, they are still fighting for a similar frequency spectrum. So you have to decide which instrument is priority. So in this case, I feel that the kick is priority because I just need to feel that groove of the kick. I know I can still do that using EQ, but when I use the EQ curves, then it means I'm going to lose some harmonics. I'll engage a compressor on the bass track, and then I will now work on the attack and release, ratio and threshold. Because it's a bass, I want to treat it as bass compression. I'm going to put just a medium attack and medium release. Between 50 and 100 milliseconds on medium knee. I don't want it to be too harsh. Threshold, I'll put it down completely, and then I will now dial it up as I listen. Ratio, I'll put it around 4.1. Let's listen. I'm going to start dialing in the threshold. And you can see, I don't want a lot of gain reduction because I don't want to affect the bass characteristics. So let's go. Maybe I'm looking around maybe 3 dB, minus 3 dB gain reduction. That's okay for me for now. And you can see every time the kick hits, that's a kick, then you get a gain reduction on the bass. So that way there is clarity. So I'm gonna A-B, and then you can hear the difference. This is without sidechaining. Okay, and I forgot to say, so you go to the top of the compressor here, sidechain, external sidechaining, and then you go to the instrument that you want. So this one, in this case, is kick 2. That's kick 2. And then you engage it. When you engage it, it's the only way you're going to be able to get that feature. So this is without the sidechain, and then now with the sidechain. You can feel the kick is more clear and is cutting through. All right, so that is a corrective sidechaining, and you can use it in all genres. If you're using vocals, you can sidechain vocals with the guitar because they share similar frequency spectrum. I want to sidechain it stylistically, and I've sidechained it with a kick that has a very quick transient, and that is gonna just really trigger it hard. So this is the kick that I'm sidechaining it with. It's a very sharp, very quick, and the transient is really active. When I go to the vocal, I'm gonna engage the compressor. There it is, and you can see, like I did, I've engaged the external sidechain, and I've taken it to instrument 1, which is analog kick there. And then I've done the same thing I did with the bass, but this time around the knee is almost on 0. It's very hard knee, so it's because of the style I'm looking for. And then the attack is almost on 0 milliseconds as well, so I've put it at 3.5 milliseconds, and release is 21 milliseconds. And then attack to 5, and then threshold, I'm going to start dialing it in now, then we can hear how it sounds. So let's do this. you can hear it's already somehow engaging because of the very hard calibrations that I've done here. So let's start dialing in the threshold. You can see we're starting to get gain reduction. So it depends on what you're looking for. So I'm looking for a very hard style. So let's see. Let's turn that vocal into an instrument. So you can feel you have that pumping effect, which is very common in electronic music. Yeah, and then now you can excite it more. You can add. I've added an EQ, and I've high passed it completely to get just the highs, and I've given it air. You can hear it's changing, and then I've put some reverb, just building it up now. Yeah, and when I add in all the other instruments, you'll feel it sounds nice. So I've added another kick, which has more sub, and I've added a snare and a hi-hat. Just the sidechain has changed the whole outlook of that sustained vocal. So just experiment, have fun with it. I've done with a quarter note. You can do it with a triplet, an eighth note, a 16th note. It doesn't matter. It's limitless. So just keep trying as a sound design tool. I hope this is helpful. Kindly share. Thank you.